Alright, if you head south along the coast, you'll eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know that you can be trusted. Thank you for the welcome back, Pork Choppo. How's your evening going? Hey, since you bought Baldur's Gate, can you play it now, since it's in early access still? Eivor. What are you after? Fish? Crab? Think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you've got a taste for them. Lake time. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now what is it I can do for you? Can't say that as there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphina, eh? Hey, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Umor's richer than all of Norvant put together, but it's a different story for them as they live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Got a message to get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's a fishing village just up the path there. If you're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alphina joins you. Yeah, get those post-stream noms. Enjoy Dintin. I hope that it's wonderful for you. I actually didn't know people are... Oh, because there's been a few new... Oh, right. I know what you're talking about. There's been a few new categories that are added. I just want to get an NG... I just want to get an NG plus story less than 2 hours. Oh, that's Leaky Keel. Oh, I have to go in the Leaky Keel. Right. That's what I was looking for. There we go. This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? Hi, honey. Water? I don't drink. You're not gonna... Is he gonna be mad if I do? I'll take an ale. A fine choice. And what'll you be paying with? Well, now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. When you heal, you play Sage. I just picked up Sage the other day too. I've been picking up all of my classes. I just picked up Sage the other day and it does not make sense to me either. I guess I'm just like, what? How? Like Sage... Oh, I don't know why I didn't get on. I don't know. I was doing the Orbo Monastery with a Sage. Sorry. I was doing the Orbo Monastery with a Sage who was out healing me as a white mage, and I was like, I don't understand how you're doing that, sir, but that's fine. Oh, I clicked it. Blighted Crop. You just got your mentor status back a few weeks ago. Because that was just shitty of them to do. Like, I don't really meet people that are that are, like, everyone's usually really nice. I can count on, like, one hand the amount of times that I've had negative experiences in parties. And that, I mean, that's one of them, but I was just like, dude, I think it just made it worse because he was a mentor. Like, how can you're supposed to be, like, helping people. But it wasn't like he didn't do anything, though. Like, I didn't know if it was it wasn't technically harassment. He was just, you know. I looked and then I was like, I don't know. It's just fine. I feel like I'm dwelling on this too long. Thank you for the follow. Page is kind of nutty. I don't look at any of the parse data, but it definitely drops some heavy heals when you know what you're doing. Yes! I mean, the team would be down, like, have no health. And he was able to bring us all back to, like, full health. I'm like, how are you doing that? Because when I tried to play Sage, I haven't figured out the, do you know, it took me so long to figure out how to even put the shield on people. I didn't know you had to, like, switch to the other moveset. Anyway, I'll have to watch you play sometime, I guess. I should probably have a Sage teach me. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. Mainstream games. Oh, you play Valorant as well? I never got into Valorant because I'm terrible with mouse and keyboard. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. So I don't mind doing it. It's easy experience. And, like, if I really don't want to do anything, like, I could just stand there. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? He's not there anymore. Gone? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gaytown, outside Yulmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was, thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You're more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink. On the house. Oh, we getting drunk. We getting drunk. Oh, you're on Ferry. So that's in... Is Ferry on Primal? I've never switched data centers, so I'm not sure.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Was that Alphina? Hi.
'Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
Alphina.
What, just like that? Oh, Alphina, you really are a dear.
Oh, Alphina.
Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
Do you work here, Alphina? Alphina's a bartender? Do you do any of the extreme stuff, Fenris? Or savage content?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Oh yeah,
It has been
Alphina
even
was the
longer
first
for me,
one,
of
right?
course, if you count the days I've spent here. but the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
No. Tancred. Tancred was the first one. So. We thought we'd lost you. We did think we did.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may.
Can't give that girl too much stress.
It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
We sent a ferry to go and tell her.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing.
Oh, right.
Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
Alphino was with Gaius. I forgot.
Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
Thank you for stopping by, Fenris.
In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a
have
boon.
a good stream.
Together
It was nice
with
to
the
meet you.
Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin-Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
I'm always hungry for another adventure.
And so we take to the road once more.
It's so nice to see you, Alphino. We were worried. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Ulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west and then cross a small bridge. Pelusia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No! Get away from me! Is it a Sin-Eater? Somebody's in trouble. Somebody is in trouble. I think it's up here. At this shack. Oh, this is a Sin Eater. Forgiven cowardice. Rescue the manic madame. My poor heart. Thank you, young miss. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madame? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Ulmor with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lass like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Tis the lady says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Ulmor's shadow. Since the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Not much. A brief history, then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seemed incapable of speech, and all were driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal aether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Pelusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of Sin Eaters' victims grows longer by the day, a tragedy without end. I like what this thing he's got going on. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Ulmor itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Brought a new friend, eh?
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve.
Thank you for the follow.
Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
Oh, we're competing? I'll compete.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
I like these outfits. Are we gonna have to? I feel like we're gonna have to fight these people.
Petitioners, one and all, Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life
Yeah, the jesters.
will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu. Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Fish, is it?
None of them are good at fixing fish.
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Okay, but let's define perverted.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in a city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Wait, how do we know that this person can cook
Oh,
fish?
just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident! For you!
Ah, love!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Over here!
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity.
Of course, Fenris.
Yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I also can cook fish. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that Well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Have a look around Gate Town. I want to go into the perverted place. Large pot bubbles of a pale chunks meal you realize float in the otherwise plain broth? Plain broth? So basically boiling water and bread. Gross. What are these? I see these everywhere. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the light that awaits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? Oh, that city. Is that like a second Gate Town? Because that doesn't look very pretty either. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Ilmore's pie. If you ask me, they should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Oh, you should ditch that sour-faced brat. Gate Town's not much to look at, eh? But at least it's safe. And the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. There's something in it. Because he said that, there's something in it. Because it looks like... It looks like bread. Pardon? What part? Live here in Gate Town. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts of meal and believe Elmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. It's in the meal. It's in the meal. I'm telling you guys. Disprove. It frustrates me, certainly. That is only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. What is... What are you doing? Oh, shoot. Not that it matters how unjust this system seems to me. If these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Elmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they're all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the land are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I am not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Colosia's people. Colosia. I am not so naive to think there is some miraculous situation in all of this. Yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I've taken those long-delayed steps through Nora's gates. 'Tis fortunate that you arrived when you did. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if it all goes to plan, it shall soon come to fruition. I don't even remember. Several questionable things were said. There is a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugain, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular. And when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Umoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Why do I look like I'm gonna fight? Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first, then. We must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier and right. Come, it's just to the northwest of here. Oh, somebody was listening to us! We can't be speaking out loud like these things. What do you think he's gonna do? Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Moshamoa. This is my associate. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. Eh? I loaded up your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad? Short blonde hair? No? He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Confound it. Someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. Search for the male Mista with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. With blue hair. Him, over here. Is it you? I see you. Listen, we can't say that he's bad for wanting to better his life. You know what I mean? We did find him. Why did I point like that? You've got a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape.
There you are.
Oh, he's just a child, Aphano.
The thief who claimed the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea. Get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear. Must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Christerium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Ulmoran's interest.
You're
Well,
giving me
then
your
how
plans?
are we gonna get in? Alphino?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kaishia, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Quite possibly.
Indeed. We will find another way. I promise you. Shall we return to Rite then?
Oh, Alpha, no. You could have told him that you'll make new friends in Crystarium.
Is that?
What are we looking at?
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble.
Tancred?
Come on. They may need our help.
That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. This poor man is shivering. Pray, keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. Oh, he's up. I thought for certain I was dead. However am I ever to repair this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Crystal. I was invited into Ulmor to work as an artist. Oh, he was in Ulmor. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. But when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out into the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Vothry's city. Within days they had bought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean. From up there, how were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment? Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Vothry passed his judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Ulmor, his word is law. He sounds terrible, this Lord Vothry. I hope I get to kill him. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristol to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. A way into the city? Oh wait, does he know how to get into the city? By secret? Pray, accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore. In so far as I am able, at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach, but since it's plain you've set your minds to it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yulmoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. Well, thank you, Tristol. We love a thought in prayer. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristol has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant? Then it's settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of these vile jesters. Oh, we're waiting for the jesters. Hey, isn't that guy that stole my fruit and my place? Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who makes pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint. Portraits, at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh-ho! I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. Aha! Ho ho! Flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. But who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. She whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with her or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave her fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to Ulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me! The meal! We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back. Meal. Oh, look at this place.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
How are you? Thank you for the subscribe. Ulmore. This is more Gate City right here. Or is this where like they all live?
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share.
Are we walking so
Or
slow?
perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Fenris came by earlier. I was talking to them. Also Final Fantasy 14 player. And they had mentioned your name. Welcome, welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No, not even a single tear? Move right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice, and the clerks will tell you where to go from there. And pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means take your time, but why waste another moment? Go! Enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. Immigration. Welcome to the Ulmore, my fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Afana, an artist, and this is Corey, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Ulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothri, and the bonded, who work on the employ of the free. You'll be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually, Chai News and Dulia Chai, a misstyled couple whom most refer to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please while I complete the relevant paperwork. The new patch has been so much fun. I don't have time, Ambi. All in order. These are your registration documents. Thank you. Take these papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Umoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise! Doesn't sound like paradise. It kind of sounds like we're slaves. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. What have we here? Alphino, artist, Tori, artist's assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chai News and Lady Julia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it's best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before... Huh. Oh dear. Why is she sniffing me? You smell hideous! Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unhomely miasma of dust and sweat and musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you've rinsed away that stench, you'll want to splash yourself with this perfume liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Corny, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. We're stinky! I hadn't realized we were so aromatic. Gotta go take a shower. The delousery. But I put on the same clothing that isn't washed. So it makes lots of sense. Wait, are you naked? Oh, you have pants on. Okay. Just wondering. Apply the sweet-smelling perfume. Do I have... Ooh. Oh, you showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not... That is to say... It seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not? Hurry up and shower, Stinky! Still the stinkiest word of a light. Fine, just a quick rinse then. Take a double shower. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully purged. Shall we go and present ourselves to a new patient? Yeah, we have been killing stuff a lot, so it would make sense that we would be stinky. Stinky boys. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out, then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. And above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Ulmor spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Oh, I grab that. Oh, I see. I did grab that one. Here. Grab it. You're finally home, Gogus? Oh my goodness, that was such a long commute. It was like a 4-hour commute, Gogus. The canopy. Oh, here it is. We were looking for the aetheryte. There's the big aetheryte. Special permission is required to use this aetheryte? And y'all better let me have that aetheryte before you piss me off. Oh, you made a couple stops along the way. Okay, well, welcome home, Gogus. Is this the pervertedness that we were talking about?
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy. That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers.
Oh, I'm glad we showered.
I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
He looks jealous.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Is this gonna work?
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all.
Oh, that's beautiful, Alphino.
Of all people, 'tis she who best understands my work. With her unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations.
Who knew Alphino was such a liar?
Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than her being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city she has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for her priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on her behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have her wish. She shall be free to roam to her heart's content.
I feel like he isn't buying
right,
it.
darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Okay, Alphinaud's gonna make me go do something. You drifted off a few times on it was a 50-mile drive home. That's crazy. Well, get some rest. I don't need you drifting off to sleep. When you drive in. Oh, I got a coffer in there too. I want to see what it looks like. There's some cool glams in the coffer. Now that you've the opportunity to experience Yulmore, I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city, top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap? Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our, new place of residence. Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big, strong lad, long hair, tied back? He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief. And now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. There you are. Are you falling, sir? Oh my goodness. Nobody bothered to help you? That was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught onto something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She was my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Ilmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to the city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. But what? All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. A tour of the city, is it? Then you must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She would gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. So we're gonna go to the beehive. I'm in Yulmore. Am I blind? No, not really, noob. I mean, I think it took... I was on the last, like, 20 quests of Stormblood for, I don't know, a week. Yeah. This is still the beginning, though. I'm in Alphinaud's quest right now. Alphinaud's quest line right now. Welcome to my beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at your ease, huh? A quick game of high or low? It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor. Within reason, of course. Interested? Oh, they hired the Heaven Sword Riders for Endwalker. Oh, nice. I'm excited to get all the way there. Noob, how far have you gotten in 14? Ready for a game of high or low then? Okay. No time like the present. Hopefully we don't get stuck in a... Oh, you're on your way to Endwalker now. Oh, you just haven't done the Alliance raid stuff. Gotcha. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. Okay. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? I'm gonna say lower. You're going up low then? Yes. You have a total of 16. Oh, I lost. Shadowbringers was decent. Aw, sorry, honeybee, but this match goes to me. Yes. I guess I just have to win. Oh, nice. Doing the Shadowbringer stuff. I'm gonna say higher. Oh my god, I didn't mean to hit low. Oh my god, why did I do that? I meant to hit high. Man, we would have won that. Silly. Silly, silly. Simple mouse click. I didn't know that you played, noob. Now I'm gonna say low. Okay, my mouse is clicking just the wrong thing. Am I dumb? Alright, that should work. A rematch, okay. What's my character name? Cory Bear. Cory Bear. Cory Bear. Hey Foxes, how are ya? You just jumped back in a couple days ago? Oh! You're playing, we jump back in? Okay, well, if you want to play, noobs, or if you want to do any high-end content, I like doing synced high-end content. Trying to get people together that like to learn them. I don't know, they're fun. I would do Duty Finder, but people get pissy about Duty Finder. There are people that'll go into Duty Finder and be like, for like the extremes, and be like, use Party Finder to get into extremes, and then leave. So silly. Oh, I win. What game am I playing? Higher, I guess, the card game? I guess it's called High or Low. Come, whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you. That's all? How delightfully wholesome! But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Vothri was born with the power to command them, which means no Ilmoran need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Maybe Lord Vothri? I hear Vothri and I think of Joffrey. I think that maybe he's evil. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not that Mary Sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. You did that today? Oh, your internet goes out a lot? Oh, scandalous. Look at that boy, he has his moves. What's it? New to Umar, you say? Gahaha, only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Ooh, we're gonna dance. We're gonna do a dancey dance. A pants dance. A no pants dance. Ooh, now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. The Yulian army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see, turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Umar. No longer an enemy to be feared. Oh, that's interesting. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. Huh, a toast to Lord Vothbury. Okay. Let's go talk to Alphino. Interestingly enough, I guess... Guess he can control the Sin Eaters? We have to go back and see. You were in expert mode, then internet went off, but back on now. Oh, cool. What were you doing on expert? Were you just doing like some trials? Oh, so you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon. You needn't have hurried back. A young Alphino has yet to put brush to canvas. It's because Alphino doesn't know how to paint. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Do you have a painting for us, Alphino? You're in your regular clothes. I put together an ensemble out of garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me! The last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However, am I to decide? Happened to painting? Maybe we shouldn't have brought that up. Exactly. The lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought, since we are enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... It's like she wants a son. That's what she wants. Well, I'd not... That is to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know he'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewelry next? Ooh, Weeping Warbler. Sniff. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm no use to him, then... I need you to sneak out to the Geralax and describe my condition to Thorid. Here's a list of my symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicine. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Deliver the list. Wait, why is she in jail? Is that a jail? Looks like jail. Hee hee, you need medicines? Tonics? Potions? Finger symptoms? Meal chunk. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No, no medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Thanks, Dem. Thanks for stopping by. Hee hee, poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? Oh, your face? You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. A town of nightmares it is. Not for this ship's rat. Oh, no, no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my meal. Good day. Nothing planned, just want to relax. No, I understand that better. Well, I'm glad that you get to relax tomorrow. Excited for you. Sometimes you don't need plans. Sometimes you just need to relax. Oh, wait. Let's get this aetherite. Forgot all about it. Steedling! Hi, Steedling. Glad I'm having fun. I know. I have a problem. I have a problem. I just can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Tomorrow we'll play Elden Ring. Did you get my medicine? You took your meal, girl. So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time? I am sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trifling by casting you out onto the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Look at those shoes. I want those shoes. Then I shall have a word with Lord Bothry and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it's a step too far. Is he talking about killing her? Of course. Why would I almost wish to hasten my own ascension knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me? What is an ascension? Check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Exactly, Steedling. That's it. That's it. Steedling knows. What am I working on? I just edit my... I edit my YouTube videos. I've started to edit my YouTube videos. Now that I'm, like, caught up. But, like, a 40 to an hour minute video is, like, 8 hours worth of editing, so... You're going to sleep soon? Oh. Wait, are you not working? Are you daytime working right now? Promotion to house pets. No, I don't think that that's what they're talking about. Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them unto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothry that we learned this truth. It is through Lord Vothry's grace that the free people of Ulmor are destined to embrace salvation. It's a cult! We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our fight. Hi, John Paul. Is blessed instrument a euphemism? I don't know, maybe. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host should our patrons deem them worthy. Lord Vothry truly is a great man, isn't he? Now, if you will excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. I want those shoes! Something sus is going on. Something super sus is going on with this ascension. Because the Sin Eaters... Okay, I want to meet this Lord Vothry, especially with this whole Sin Eaters business. Because the Sin Eaters, every time I've met them, they've tried to kill me. Do you think that he's giving them to the Sin Eaters to kill them so that they will leave this place alone? And the Sin Eaters will leave this place alone? Maybe that's like, they're a sacrifice, and he claims it as an ascension? Ascension. Hi, Dr. Elliot. Am I a coffee fan? I enjoy coffee. I am not allowed to enjoy coffee, if that makes sense. Unnecessary. Do you have a painting? Are you painting? Is Alfredo painting? It is a bad one. 'Tis good to see you back. You were taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I began sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chais appeared otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? So, Lord Vothry boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? Good question, Afano. We're gonna find out though, okay, bud?